Ever since the day of its conception, the 3DS always had massive boots to fill. The Nintendo DS was and still is the greatest selling console of all time, asterisk parentheses, other than the PS2. And so how do you create a console that's on the same level as something that sold the entire population of Wyoming 264 times? Well, considering the fact that the main selling point of this console was the dog shit 3D mechanic, I'm gonna tell you one thing, Nintendo had no clue. Nintendo, how did we... Did you forget the Virtual Boy happened? You're not very good with eye things. And look, while the 3DS had plenty of other good launch features like the sound app and like face raiders, I guess, these small little silly Nintendo gimmicks weren't really hitting that, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, I need to purchase this console immediately itch. Well, except for one of them. Released on February 26th of 2011, aka it's just the day that the 3DS released, the idea and concept of Mii Plaza was very unique. If your 3DS is in your pocket and you walk by another person with, you guessed it, 3DS in their pocket, your systems temporarily link up and exchange Miis. We call that shit a Street Pass. Street Passing allowed you to do a plethora of different things in a plethora of different Nintendo games. We are not going to talk about any of them. That is not the point of this video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mii Plaza. Collect Miis, bring them to your plaza, and play games. What games, you ask? Mii Plaza games. Exclusive, fun, little Nintendo Mii titles made exclusively for Street Pass. And people loved them. So Nintendo kept making them. Yeah, so once Nintendo realized that people were really big fans of Street Pass and could not stop playing it, they began to release... I think this might have gone a little out of hand. Fun little Mii games that you can play with your fun little Mii collection, and I can't help but be infatuated by these games. You see, Mii Plaza works like this. The Mii arrives at your gate, you bring them to your plaza, and you play each and every game once. That's right, once. Meaning your ability to play these games is directly linked to your ability to get a fucking Street Pass. And so with nobody walking around with a 3DS anymore, for lack of a better term, these games are practically lost media. Okay, that is unless you... Look, if you're really interested, you can go use Google. These videos take like 100 hours to make, and I really don't want to get hit with a Nintendo lawsuit. Long story short, through the power of computer bullshittery and a lot of trial and error, I was able to play all 14 Mii Plaza games. And now I want to talk about them. But first, I want to talk about this video sponsor. Idle Slayer is a free-to-play game on both Steam and mobile devices. As I'm sure many of you viewers have noticed from, you know, every single video I've ever posted in my life, I kind of think video games are pretty cool. However, due to the age-old issue of being busy and stuff, I always find myself having literally no time to fully commit to a video game. Idle Slayer, on the other hand, is a game all about playing it as much or as little as you want. Run, jump, collect, and fight through multiple different dimensions as you upgrade your gear and make more money. I've always loved games like these. It's a fantastic game to just have in your pocket whenever you're bored. And I can't lie, I was pretty blown away by how much stuff this game has going on. Like, look at this skill tree. This skill tree rules! Idle Slayer is always playing, so, you know, whether you're focused in grabbing as many coins as you can, or, you know, completely passed out in your bed asleep, you are progressing. Progressing to get new gear, progressing to get more upgrades, and even... there might even be a couple boss fights down the road if you keep going. And I mean, come on. The silly little retro art style makes my eyeballs very happy, with brand new updates always on the horizon and an active community that's always growing. Idle Slayer is an indie game that I've really enjoyed playing these last couple of weeks. Download it today for completely free on both Steam and mobile devices. And thank you, Idle Slayer, for sponsoring this video. All right, let's go talk about the games. Welcome to Puzzle Swap. It being one of the original 2 games released alongside the launch of Street Pass, it is, puzzles. Look, this one is very simple. We're not going to spend that much time here. Upon opening Puzzle Swap for the first time, each owner of each 3DS is gifted 1 random piece to 1 random puzzle. I got the sky from Mario Galaxy 2. This is lame as hell. I don't want this one. But fear not, because that's actually the entire plot of the game. As your Mii slowly walks down this infinite road of purgatory, he'll come across each of your new street passes. And just like you, every single one of them have a random piece to a random puzzle. And also every other piece that they've ever collected. Yeah, look, I think this game is probably a lot more interesting when it isn't 2024, where anyone who still plays fucking Nintendo Puzzle Swap has literally everything you could possibly imagine. Did you know that the Japanese version of this game had a special collaboration where you could make a picture of a Big Mac? There's nothing else I gotta say here. The fucking joke writes itself. You pick a piece from a puzzle, they give it to you, bada bing, bada boom, do that 15 more times, puzzle swap complete, go look at the image in 3D. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. I wonder if they let you do that with the Big Mac. Puzzle Swap is simple in the best way possible. Collecting those puzzle pieces and making those cool and awesome paintings, that shit feels awesome. I wish I could have made the picture of the Big Mac, but I'm in America. Welcome to Find Mii. This is, by far, definitely the most recognizable Street Pass game. I will tell you why. They gave it a Smash Bros. Stage. Your Mii is the king of some random, unnamed Mii kingdom. He's also kind of a dick, but that's irrelevant. And after going to bed for another night of hard kingly duties, he asks you to gather adventurers through the use of Street Pass, and holy shit, this is an RPG. Gather Street Passes, encounter enemies, hit them with the sword. I know this sounds very simple, but I mean, it's still more fucking complicated than the puzzle game. And that's all thanks to shirt gimmicks. This is a new official Chargy Coin term that we will be using through the remainder of this video. Spoiler alert, we will be using it a lot. You see, every single Mii in Find Mii has access to a different spell. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. Red shirts use fire, blue shirts use water. My favorite one is the very unself-explanatory brown shirt, which causes a random animal humanoid to jump in front of you. And what does this possibly have to do with the color brown? Find Mii is fun, Find Mii is silly, Find Mii is unique. It's probably the sole reason why Miitopia exists, and with it being the only launch title of the 2 original Mii Plaza games with some actual meat on its bones, it became pretty damn iconic. And for a while, that was it. And I don't think Nintendo planned for Mii Plaza to become as popular as it did, but it was. And oh my god, they were going to cash out. I don't know how it took Nintendo 2 years to release more Mii Plaza games, but good job, silly gaming company. You found the free pile of money sitting right in front of you. In the Street Pass Galaxy. Yes, I'm not joking. Some of these games actually have lore. In the Street Pass Galaxy, the Mii Force is an elite task force of space police. Okay, I'm not doing that voice. Welcome to the Mii Force, a high-level space police unit tasked with keeping the universe safe. You are also the only member. Thankfully, it does appear that, for the most part, the universe is actually a pretty peaceful place, which does make this the perfect opportunity for everything to go to absolute shit. God damn it. This ragtag group of evildoers are the Gold Bone Gang, and as you can see from this single shot alone, they have already tripled us in numbers. How the fuck did we even afford this ship, dude? But fear not, because Street Pass do what Street Pass does. Let's go save the universe. This game is honestly pretty sweet. It's a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up all about teaming up with your different street passes to get different weapons and abilities, which, yes, does mean we already have our second shirt gimmick. Add that to the counter. I told you we were going to use this a lot. Every single shirt color provides a different type of weapon. You got flamethrowers, missiles, bouncing balls, razor saws, this really shitty bomb weapon. I hate this one. All of the weapons were fun to use and test out other than the bomb one. You. With all the different boss fights and ideas, you can tell that the team behind this had a lot of fun making it. There was even this one boss fight in the carnival world where he trapped me in this little ring and forced me to dodge projectiles like I was playing a fucking Undertale boss fight. Good job, Mii Force. We're 3 for 3. Let's hope that momentum keeps up. Oh, they kept it up. The first thing to cross my mind when launching Flower Town for the first time was, in quotation, it's called Flower Town. There's no way it can be that deep, right? Right? This is my personal pretty little garden. I worked very hard on it. If you do not leave a comment telling me it's pretty right now, I am never posting another YouTube video. This is not a joke. I am actively threatening you. Welcome to Flora Field, a small rural town that's home to flowers from all over the world. Our story begins when this random ass dude named Mr. Mendel just straight up walks into our home because I guess that's customary. Not gonna question that one. You see, Flora Field, if it was not obvious from that, is a town that cares a lot about gardening. So much so that it is home to these legendary figures known as master gardeners. People so good at gardening that they have now transcended gardening itself and are now worldwide celebrities. This is so stupid. And so, through the guidance of Mr. Mendel, we begin our journey in hopes that one day, we too can become a master gardener. Alright, dude. And with that introduction, we are off on our big and epic adventure. And by epic adventure, I mean walking into our front yard and watering plants. Look, I know that sounds boring, but holy shit, that is so far from the truth. I have tried multiple times in my script to simplify this game. I cannot. I'm just going to explain all of it. So every time you get a street pass, that person arrives at your garden alongside their own personal plant. They walk up, water your plant, water your plant, water your plant, until eventually it blooms. After your plant has bloomed, it will begin to pollinate. When it's pollinating, any other plant that comes in contact with your plant will create a seed. These seeds will grow into some sort of offspring that is a combination of the two plants that combined. This game has 80 unique breeds, but also each one of those individual unique breeds can also have a plethora of different colors. This is told to you by this graph that shows up at the bottom of your screen. What does this graph mean? I have no idea. It might be a shirt gimmick. We'll count it. We'll count it. Put it on the counter. After your daily gardening session is finished, you can manage your seeds, customize your garden, talk to any of your guests, go to the market, buy more pots, buy more seeds, buy more landscape, buy more plants, customize your plants, more seeds, more plants, more colors, more grass, more plants, more garden. Oh. That's a pretty nice flower. Flower Town made me feel like I had to have a PhD in fucking botany, and I mean that in the best way possible. You can really tell that the development team behind this game really gave a shit about flowers, because oh my god, this game has so much more content than it needs to. Like, I think if you combined all of the content of these 3 games combined, you might have like half of one Flower Town. Like, seriously, this game has so much content that I need to move on now before I talk about it for another 10 minutes. Welcome to the most geographically inconvenient continent of all time. How does this even happen? It's so bad, in fact, that not only would you need to move in a massive zigzag line to get literally anywhere, but also, you can't. Because every single country is at war with each other. Oopsie! This is the era of endless strife. A time period in funny zigzag land so politically unstable that all 20 rulers of all 20 countries want to kill each other. And we're gonna do something about it. What are we gonna do about it? Manifest destiny, bitch. That's right. We're also going to war with everybody. Did I mention we have a butler? This is Wentworth, our loyal servant who is going to help us conquer the entire planet through his ingenious strategy of rock, paper, scissors. Every single time you get a street pass, they bring soldiers to your army. Make that army big enough, and you go to war. Rock soldiers beat scissors, scissors soldiers beat paper, paper soldiers beat rock, but if you have enough soldiers, they just completely ignore the rules and fucking win anyways. I should also mention that if you get a street pass of a person who actually owns the game, then instead of bringing you soldiers, they'll actually challenge you to a battle. So remember what I said earlier about Puzzle Swap, how it's not as fun anymore because everyone who plays it has everything? Alone at the edge of the universe. I like Warrior's Way. It takes rock, paper, scissors and elevates it in a way that feels really fresh and unique. Not to mention, it also lets you deliberate and try to position the right amount of soldiers and the right amount of armies to have the best chance of winning a fight. It's got a lot of really unique things going on. And I mean, come on. Nothing gets my funny monkey neuron brain going quite like funny big number turn into funny bigger number. I like this one. I am not going to tell you the plot of this one. Play the first 2 minutes of Luigi's Mansion. It is unapologetically the exact same thing. Welcome to the Monster Manor. You know what they say, fuck around and find out. I might have fucked around a little bit too much, and now I am finding out. Let's go fight ghosts. But first, we are introduced to our detective assistant, Iris Archwell. I don't know who is picking these names for these characters. Fire them. And with the help of her and also all of the random street passes we found, because for some reason they're in this building, we are going to climb to the top. How, you ask? Puzzles! Every street pass you come across gives you a block,
which is determined by the shirt color. Add that to the counter.
Place a block, make a room. Sometimes they have treasure, sometimes they have ghosts. If they have treasure, be happy. If they have ghosts, be sad. Now you're fighting it. Find the staircase, rinse, repeat. This one is... it's fine. Look, I can only place blocks and spam the A button to fight ghosts so many times before I'm going to explode. Monster Manor is a game that feels like I experienced its entire pool of content in the first 10 minutes, which, considering what other game was in this initial pack, that's not a good excuse. Like, the entire game really is just place block, shoot ghost, place block, shoot ghost, place block, shoot ghost. Yay! But even so, I don't think it's bad. But still, it gets pretty bland pretty fast. This was one of the first games that I was like, okay, I've seen it all, I'm done. And I think that in itself speaks to the fact that Monster Manor does not have that much content, but it's fine. And so 2 more years pass, putting us now into year 4 of the Nintendo 3DS lifespan. Nintendo realizing once again, oh shit, DLC equals free money, announced 2 more Mii Plaza titles. Ultimate Angler and... Is that a fucking Battle Royale game? Oh. Okay, it's zombies. That makes a lot more sense. It is some unknown point in time. Probably not that far, considering the Wii is still relevant and zombies are everywhere. In the trains, in the streets, in the football stadiums. Yeah, the world might be kinda cooked, but never fear, because we are here. After a quick phone call with the mysterious Dr. Scarlet, she informs us that the city of Hobbyville, yes, that is a pun, we will get to that in a second, has been completely overrun by zombies, and now it is our job to save everyone. Going into every single one of these games, I don't ever know what to expect, but oh my god, I did not think there was going to be a beat-em-up game. You see, every single citizen of Hobbyville has a singular hobby. Get it? Go up to each one of them, and they will give you an item related to said hobby. There's Wii remotes, bowling balls, race cars, iPhones, and my personal favorite one, the pencil. Okay, it sounds lame, but check this shit out. It has a special move where you teleport them into a classroom and then ask them a math problem, and then when they get it wrong, you fucking smite them with the wrath of God. There was so much attention put into this game, with all the different weapons, stages, ideas. The final boss of the first world is a zombified lineman that you fight in a football stadium. That is cool as shit. Every single stage has a unique objective. There are multiple worlds. There are escort missions. We are going to ignore that fact, and I'm gonna say it. Battleground Z is not just deep, it is Flower Town deep. This is the second official charging term of the video. Put that on the list. I'm starting to question it. Is there not a single bad Street Pass game? We're getting pretty far here, and every single one of these games have been good. Welcome to the Street Pass Islands. Honestly, I prefer this naming convention over the fucking puns we keep getting. You know, up to this point, I haven't really acknowledged it, but like these uncanny valley characters that are like almost Miis, but not really, are really messing with my head. This is Coraline. God damn it, that's a pun. A resident of the islands and the owner of the local fishing clubhouse. And with her assistance, and of course, all of our random street passes, we set out with the goal of catching cool and awesome fish. And also trash sometimes. I'm not the best fisher in the world. You see, every single street pass gives you a specific piece of bait.
Shirt gimmick.
Different fish eat different bait. Choose bait, combine bait, throw bait, rage bait. These are some of my favorite fish. Compliment them in the comment section, or you know what's gonna happen. Ultimate Angler is good. It also has this whole side plot going on about catching these 5 fish known as the 5 legendary monsters, which, yeah, I'm gonna say those are not normal fish proportion sizes. This is, honestly, a really solid fishing game. Yeah, I really got no complaints here. You can even put your fish into a tank, which is cool. So glad I got to relegate this mystical beast of the sea to a life in my private glass box. I love destroying ecosystems. Moving on. And finally, 1 year later, in 2016, Nintendo released the last Mii Plaza update. Not one game, not 2 new games, not even 4 new games. 5 new games. Are these good? Are these bad? This script is already 4,000 words. Let's go find out quickly. Oh, there's another one. Just gonna add that guy to the homunculus freak list. Nico Fire is a local slot car mechanic that works at the local slot car shop. You're gonna hear the word slot car a lot for the next minute. In Slot Car Rivals, you are an up-and-coming slot car racer with dreams and ambitions to one day become the slot car champion. I said I was gonna say this word a lot. The champion also just so happens to be Nico's brother. That's really convenient. This game plays, well, exactly like slot cars, actually. Hold A to accelerate, let go of A when you go around turns, or you will fly off into oblivion. That is everything. I don't hate this one. However, I do feel like it has one massive glaring issue. This is not a Street Pass game. Yeah, I don't know if this can actually be declared as a real problem or not, but I cannot shake the feeling that some random development team made a prototype for a slot car game and Nintendo was just like, put that here. Like, what does this possibly have to do with Mii Plaza? The only Street Pass thing this game has is just you see their Miis in the background when you race. But god damn it, I also don't really care because this one is really fun. All of the stages are super creative. They keep throwing in new gimmicks and mechanics like this one where you have to make fucking jumps. Don't know how this is mechanically possible. And this game has a really stupid, almost upsettingly deep car customization system. This pissed me off. It has so much content. Why can't I change the proportions of every single minute detail of my car? This is deeper than the actual Mii creator. Look at this one. I made a really long car because I thought it was funny. You know the deal at this point. For some reason, this is literally the only Mii Plaza game outside of the original 2 that runs at 60 FPS. This means literally nothing. It just kind of confused the shit out of me. Nintendo, why the hell did we make a game about the stock market? Like, I'm sorry, I just feel like I need to make this point very apparent. Who the hell, when making ideas and concepts to appeal to children, goes, I know, the stock exchange? Obviously, Nintendo also had zero faith in this project because when they initially released DLC Wave 3 for Mii Plaza, they gave all users the option to take Slot Car Rivals or Market Crashers for completely free. I want to know what percentage of kids picked Wall Street over the fucking racing game. But hey, sitting here as an adult in my early 20s, I can pretty confidently say it's actually pretty fun. This one is unbelievably simple. Like, even simple for Mii Plaza standards. Welcome to the Mii Plaza Stock Exchange, where, with the help of Homunculus Freak number 7, you set out on your journey of becoming a Mii millionaire. That's gonna go up as Charlie Coin term number 3. Buy low, sell high, that's the entire game. I'm not joking. Your Street Passes work as consultants with the job of guessing whether or not the stock is gonna move up or down. Make money, put it in your money pile, get rich. There's also this pretty neat antique store where you can buy different items for your showcase. My favorite item I bought was a pile of money. Gonna give this one the medal of, why the fuck did we make this one? But god damn it, it's fun, it's good. Moving on. This game takes place within the same world as Find Me, which, yes, means that the Mii Plaza extended universe is real, thanks Nintendo. Once again, we find ourselves living within the unnamed Mii Kingdom. But this time, instead of being the almighty and awesome ruler, we are a random chef. Feed Me, which, while recording this, I just realized they made the names similar. That's kind of funny. Is a game all about what takes place between the adventures of Find Me. As your Street Passes take a break from slaying ghosts and ghouls, they will stop by your restaurant so you can feed them delicious meals. Meals such as sauteed chicken, or beef and salmon barbecue, or even Purple. Feed the Miis food. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they hate it. Oh, hey, look, there he is. Freakazoid number 8. Mii keeps up the tradition of being really charming. You create different meals by combining ingredients and guessing what would go into them. And in like my 5 hours of playtime, I cooked 4% of the meals. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I gotta say, it's kind of weird that the adventurers are going off to save a king that I'm pretty sure we already saved, but I'm not really gonna question that fact. Yo, I'm recording. What's up? What? I was not sure when to talk about Find Me 2, because yes, technically speaking, this one came out all the way back in 2011. And I'm sure that plenty of you have already gone to the comment section and typed out, "You already forgot Find Me 2, you stupid idiot." I will now give you 5 seconds to scroll down and delete that comment. But I decided to hold off on talking about this game because it's the exact same game. After completing the original Find Me twice, you unlock Find Me 2. In the story, the king is back to his bullshit once again, but this time his entire family gets kidnapped. How does this kingdom even function? Gather Miis, fight monsters, it's the same game. I had to finish Find Me twice for this. Okay, I'm not being completely fair. There are a couple of changes. For example, you can now combine Miis together to create a super powerful Mii, and also branching paths. We have now gone through the list of every single change added to Find Me 2. In concept, Ninja Launcher might be the most unique concept for a Mii Plaza game out of any of them, and that inevitably was going to lead to one of two possibilities. Option A, it's stinky poo-poo doo-doo ass, or option B, holy mama, this game cooked. This one's really good. I like this one. Okay, so basically, the entire world has been taken over by this evil demon army. And you, being the heir to the Charlie Ninja clan, okay, first move we're going to make is changing that name. You are tasked with the insurmountable job of defeating these monsters. How are we gonna do that? With the secret Charlie clan technique. We are launching ourselves out of a cannon. This game is so stupid, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I love it. Ninja Launcher kind of works like a puzzle game of sorts. You are given a very specific amount of time to set up for the cannon launch. In that allotted amount of time, you have to take each one of your street passes, who each hold a different item, and line them up in such a way where your cannon's path hits every single one of them. Once you're ready, or option B, the timer just runs out, your cannon is launched and you fly towards the enemy on the other side. And through this absolutely hilarious animation of you slowly getting dressed as you fly towards your opponent, you finally make it with whatever equipment you were able to grab, and you do battle. This then culminates in either you getting your ass kicked or you kicking ass. Either way, it's so good, dude. Like, I really mean it when I say I was oddly addicted to Ninja Launcher. I could not stop playing these levels. It's incredibly satisfying when you line up that perfect shot and get every single piece you need. And some enemies have very specific gimmicks, like this one who, if I wasn't wearing a helmet, would just negate everything else I had and just killed me in a single attack. This game was so unbelievably simple, but it was by far the hardest one for me to put down. And I think that speaks volumes to just the idea of simplicity, and when you can really take a simple idea but stretch it to its max potential, you get games like Ninja Launcher. This is awesome. What Ninja Launcher has proven to me, and what every single one of these Street Pass games have proven to me, is if you give a game company the opportunity to just make a fun and simple game, they will deliver and deliver and deliver, because these types of games are just pure fun. And heading into this one last final game, I just feel like I can so proudly say that in every single game, in every single experience of Mii Plaza, it delivered. God damn it! I really, truly, genuinely believed that I was going to make it through this entire collection of games without playing a single bad game. They fucked it up on the last one! Mii Trek sucks. Like, there's no beating around the bush here. This game really sucks. Like, it feels like not only did they have a shitty idea for a game, but then they gave the developers half of the time they needed to make it. And what we got was this really shitty piece of slop where you are shooting random compressed PNGs of wildlife animals. In Mii Trek, you play as a random adventurer with the goal of finding treasure. This is done through walking down random jungle paths using the combined steps of all of your street passes. You walk as far as you can get, and that's the game. But don't worry, because Mii Trek has a couple of random events. For example, shoot the PNG of the animal, or take a photo of the PNG of the animal, or mash the A button. It's like when video games add quick time events to make sure you still give a shit, which you don't. All of the content is so lazy and scrappily put together. It'd be like if I suddenly started recording a video and I went, hey guys, wanna see my new pet dog? Isn't he cute? I refuse to believe this game took more than a week to develop. This did not feel like a single lick of effort, and I am a big advocate of always appreciating any effort put into any game. These are just images of random animals, and they look like shit. Ultimate Angler had unique 3D models for every single fish you encountered. This is an unbelievable step down in quality. Look, Mii Trek might suck hot, stinky ass, but I was genuinely blown away by just how much of Mii Plaza stood the test of time to this day. Which means obligatory ranking time. Number 14, Mii Trek. Nobody is surprised by this one. Number 13, Monster Manor. I got bored really fast, okay? Number 12, Feed Me. Literally every game is good past this point. Number 11, Slot Car Rivals. This one is fun. Number 10, Ultimate Angler. I like fishing. Number 9, Puzzle Swap. Perfectly simple, but that's kind of it. Number 8, Find Me. This is a perfect baseline for all Mii Plaza games going forward. Number 7, Find Me 2. Same shit, just a bit cooler. Number 6, Battleground Z. Why the fuck did we put a beat 'em up in Mii Plaza? And why is it low-key kind of awesome? Number 5, Market Crashers, I Love Money. Number 4, Mii Force, I really liked that one boss fight. Number 3, Warrior's Way, Rock, Paper, Scissors, bitch. Number 2, Flower Town, still not over how much content this one had. And finally, at number 1, yes, it's Ninja Launcher. Mii Plaza is great. Okay, that's the video.